What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy Detail back with another post game recap and phone call Friday today. After the first 15-minute mark, just wanted to talk about this Laker team, man, and how disappointed this loss was. But the biggest disappointment was the Anthony Davis injury and how we may have lost him for an extended period of time. That's heartbreaking, guys. We have not been able to stay healthy all season long, and like I said pre-game, we were going to need Anthony Davis to be the second option. Well, now he might not be an option at all. So, he went out with a left knee contusion, another injury. At this point, just bubble wrap him, man. He's always getting hurt. It's not his fault, so I'm not mad at him per se. But I am disappointed with when he was healthy, his effort, man, start this game. Carl Towns was cooking him and the whole Laker team. Matter of fact, none of our big three came out with the effort we needed. Well, I'll say this: at least LeBron tried in the beginning, but in the end, it wasn't enough, man. This whole team right here has been a disappointment from start of the season till now. We're about to hit that 30 game mark, or we just hit the 30 game mark, I believe. Yep, we just hit the 30 game mark, and this team doesn't seem to be turning it around, nor do they look like they have the capability to turn around. I mean, we're looking like the damn Clippers right now, just a pretender, just going along the season, just floating along. So it's tough, man. Uh, you know, this team doesn't have what it takes, guys. The heart isn't there. All right, for whatever the reason is, the heart of this team is just not there. Even when we were healthy to start the season, Carl Towns outscored all three of our stars, um, and it wasn't even close, man. Carl Anthony Towns came out here and embarrassed us. Now there was some positives, and I will talk about that. The positive was only one positive, and that was Isaiah Thomas. Man, I'm glad he got his opportunity. He got 19 points. He shows he's still a walking bucket, just like we predicted. And some team's gonna find good use for him. I don't think he fits here though. We have too many guards, and I don't think they'll have the guts to get rid of a Kent Bazemore. But this unit right here, man, this Laker team lacks a whole lot of everything. We got out. Listen, this is gonna piss you off. If you're not already pissed off about the way this team played, this is gonna piss you off. So I suggest this is not for the faint of heart. Uh, but I gotta show you these baffling stats, okay? Because we made Carl Towns look like he's Will Chamberlain tonight. We made that team look like they're way better than us. Check this out. And this tells you how soft the whole Lakers team is playing right now. Points in the paint, the Timberwolves outscored us 52-32. All right. Total rebounds, they doubled us up almost 61-36. Just those two stats by themselves are embarrassing, guys. Laker fans. I mean, this team should be embarrassed with their effort tonight. We kept getting out rebounded. And again, I don't know what's wrong with coach. He keeps going small. I think that's ridiculous. Why are you going small with LeBron James at center when you got DeAndre Jordan and Jay Huff out there? I understand that we're undermanned, but that's no excuse for your BS lineups. Every time we went small, we fell back. The best quarter we had was when we made that run in the third, when AD actually started playing defense in the second half. And I've been saying, Anthony Davis is a second half player or a first half player. He's not playing consistent effort. He's out of shape. Something's up. I don't know what it is, but I think this is rock bottom for the Lakers. I really do. And you guys know I'm very optimistic and very positive. But I was really hoping they'd turn it around. This would have been our fourth game in a row. Now we might lose Anthony Davis for an extended period of time. We might lose Anthony Davis for an extended period of time, and that's a shame because we really needed him. There's no way that this team can succeed without Anthony Davis and or LeBron. There's no way. Bottom line is we're going to struggle, guys, and we're probably going to go on a losing tear, especially like we're already missing players. We're already missing players from the COVID protocols, okay? So that's already bad enough in itself. And now we're going to miss our supposed second best player on the team for who knows how. Listen, that looked really bad. There was a doctor on Twitter saying that looked like some sort of tear, man. Knock on wood. Hopefully it's not. But if he's out for the season, our season is done with him. Now, we might compete just to make it into the playoffs, but there's no way we can win a championship without Anthony Davis. Same thing with LeBron James. Those are our two most important players. Everybody else could have been interchangeable. But if Anthony Davis misses the season or an extended period of time, we're in trouble. Bottom line, even though we don't like the way he's playing right now and all that stuff, but the way Frank Vogel's using the lineups playing LeBron at center is an embarrassment. I really don't understand his coaching strategies. He had other bigs. Jay Huff was there. Yes, he's unexperienced and he's young, but at least he's 7 feet tall. At least we're not going to get out rebounded by damn near 30, man. That's horrible. That's horrible coaching, horrible rotations again, even though he's short. And people, listen, people are gonna be upset that I'm saying this, but there's no excuse, even with all these missing players. There's no excuse, man, for coach to use the lineups he uses, to have LeBron James at center. You want him to get injured as well? You want him to get injured as well? That's going to be tough, man. Ozzy said, have you seen your T-Wolves clips from a month ago? You literally had the same reaction, embarrassed once again. Yeah, bro. No, I never go back and watch my clips. I don't have time for that. But I'll tell you, this team is really not it, man. It's not it. And there needs to be change from within, whether it be via trade, firing of the coach, whatever it needs to be. It might even be Kendrick Nunn and Trevor Ariza. Maybe they can help save the season. But it's all helpless if we lose Anthony Davis. And there's clowns that are happy that Anthony Davis got injured saying that we're better without him. Nah, man. We're not better without Anthony Davis. We need him. Trust me. We need him. Yes, he's been struggling. Call him whatever you want. All the names in the book. But at the end of the day, if we don't have that skilled 7-footer in the paint and trying to dominate from the inside out, we don't have nothing. DeAndre Jordan is washed. Dwight Howard gets in constant foul trouble. He provides plenty of energy, but I don't think coach trusts him enough to play him the whole game in the starting lineup. Jay Huff is too young, and I guess he's not going to get no PT. It was just a bad showing, man. And here's the thing. I got something to say about the Timberwolves, though, and this is why I can't stand them. Patrick Beverley's a little asshole, and you could tell that it's rubbing off on Karl Towns. So I'm going to end up hating Karl Towns, too, right? But Karl Towns was pounding his chest and showing all these passion. Yeah, that's nice and all. But let's not act like they don't have a year membership, a lifetime yearly membership to the damn lottery, all right? These guys were acting like it was Game 7, and they were about to advance. It was embarrassing, to be honest with you. But they did what they had to do. I can't even be mad at them. But I'm just saying, I can't wait to see them at the lottery this season again, collecting their yearly pick. So, but that only says so much worse about this Laker team. We haven't been able to put away these lottery teams, these garbage-ass timber pups. We made Patrick Beverley look like damn D'Angelo Russell, and D'Angelo Russell looked like damn Vince Carter dunking at the rim and shit. Like, that's an embarrassment, guys. Like, the defense broke down from the perimeter to the paint. We didn't look like we wanted any part of it. And again, for those of you just tuning in, they doubled us up on rebounds almost. 61 to 36 total rebounds tonight. How embarrassing. 15 offensive rebounds for them to 1 on our side. That's an embarrassment, bro. That right there hurts me. That hurts me. Lego Nation for Life said, hold up. So many comments in here. I got to get the right ones. All right, here goes. Dan, I saw Frank on Spectrum Sportsnet telling other coaching staff he has no idea on what to do with Paul George when they were playing the Clippers. I don't think he has any idea, to your point, on what to do when they're playing anybody. I mean, tonight, for example, you're going to throw in LeBron James out there at the center. I understand AD got injured twice. In my opinion, we should have held out Anthony Davis, man. He's very fragile. And this is not me shitting on Anthony Davis or egging him on. I wish him the best, and I want him to get back healthy. But, man, after he rolled his ankle the first time, like, he's always out of control. I said it during my Twitter live stream right before he got hurt. I said, this man looks like a newborn giraffe. He could barely stand at times. And, he's falling. He's never in, like, I don't know if it's the weight or what it is, but he's never under control. My man is always leaning one way or another one. He looks like the drunken master. Like, chill, bro. Or always flopping. And that's how you get hurt. Unfortunately, it was a freak accident on the second time around, and it looked really bad, guys. I really hope it's not what I think it is. But if it is, we are in trouble, like in deep trouble. I'm talking, I don't think a trade can save us this season type of trouble. All right? The best we can do is probably playoffs if Anthony Davis is out. That's how crucial he is to this team. People want to discredit what he did for us when we won a championship, but I'm telling you right now, there's no recency bias here. If he goes missing, we might get on a nice little streak here and there, but it's not going to be anything in the playoffs, man. We need him. So hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. If not, my hopes are going to go down the toilet for the rest of the season because, man, but the effort from the whole team tonight was just trash. And you do have to give the Timber pups credit for how hard they were crashing the glass, how hard they were playing us. But like I said, all this extra flexing and all this extra tough guy act, I don't buy it because that team never makes the playoffs. They're garbo. It's just that we are just as bad this season. We're down low, and I can say this confidently now. We are playing at the level of a lottery team. We're not even playing at the level of a playoff team. The only difference is that the West is stacked and teams are beating each other out, and that's given us a chance to be in the standings, but it's not where we want to be anyways. But look, listen, right now, one game at a time. We have to hope for Anthony Davis to get back healthy. That's number one. It was so embarrassing to see him in that first quarter, though. Karl Towns is not better than AD, but there's something wrong with AD mentally. I don't know what it is. Some people have mentioned that he hasn't been healthy all season. Well, then ice him, put him away to the playoffs, whatever. We have enough talent to at least get to the playoffs. Put him away to the playoffs. He's not healthy. If not, you risk more injuries, man. And this, like I said, let's just hope for the best because he re-aggravated the same knee, right? The left knee contusion. They're going to reevaluate him tomorrow. So I will definitely be coming on live with a video if there's any updates. Now, I said my piece. I spoke my part. Now I'm going to let Laker Nation. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes. I'm going to read your comments on the comment section. Then I'm going to open up the phone lines for you guys to get your thoughts off after those 5 minutes are up because I definitely want to know what you guys think. But I had to get everything off my chest first, man. Again, just adding to the disappointing losses to these crappy teams. And I guess what does that make us? It makes us a crappy team. We got 3 superstars and we don't look like it. On a nightly basis, our superstars are getting outplayed by somebody else other than LeBron. This is LeBron's first subpar game in a while. So outside of LeBron, the other two have been inconsistent, and it's really hard to operate that way. He said, why did he allow that guy to bump him? I don't think he saw him, bro. I don't like. He's focused on setting the screen with LeBron. They're communicating. It's not that he wanted to get injured. That's definitely not the case. It's just a freak accident. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. My boy Intel Wild said, I'm going to say what I want to say. We are bad. Repeat, bad. AD making Pau Gasol look like Hercules. AD is soft. Sorry, Dan, trade him this summer. Well, I mean, hey, listen, that's your opinion. I still believe he can turn it around. I really do. But if he doesn't want to be here, then that'll be a different story. My opinion will change on him. But I still love AD, man. He helped us win a championship. I'm not going to turn my back on him like that. I hope he can turn it around. That's my thing. That's my biggest thing, right? Now, if he doesn't turn it around and he continues like this, then we'll open up that conversation next season. But as of right now, it's in the beginning of his contract. We'd have to get a monster haul for Anthony Davis if we're going to trade him away into his second season of his contract extension. Like we better, like, he has 3 seasons and a half left. We better get a monster haul. That's all I'm gonna say if he ever does become available. But I respect y'all opinion, man. I don't agree with it for now. He said AD not the same as minus somewhere else. Maybe, potentially, but we don't know that for a fact. The Lakers as a whole need a sense of urgency. I do agree with that. They're not coming out here with the sense of urgency. We coming out here just but then again, I will give credit to some of these analysts. I didn't want to believe it to start the season, but they said we were going to look old. Well, our Achilles heel this season has been the younger teams. For the most part, the teams that have beat us, the Thunder twice, the Timberwolves twice, right? The Memphis Grizzlies. Like, these are younger teams. And so if that's the case, then we might have to make a trade to get younger since our guys can't stay healthy. I don't know. I don't know what we got to do, guys, but I'm one bad injury from Anthony Davis away from telling you guys season over. And y'all know me. I'm the ultimate optimist. I try not to be a pessimist, but without AD, we can only go so far. And that's a fact. He said, Dan, this is straight BS, bro. In all honesty, I don't see us going to the finals. Vogel is a clown. Is Vogel trying to lose? You know what, bro? Honestly, I can't defend Frank Vogel. I think I've already destroyed him on this channel many times. You guys know exactly how I feel about him. I really hate the small ball crap because it doesn't work. Like, if you go and look at the plus minuses, which I usually don't look at, right? You go and look at the plus minuses. LeBron James was minus 11, right? Which means that, and especially when he was guarding the centers, that shit wasn't working. Actually, ironically, the one with the best plus minus was Isaiah Thomas. And I do want to talk a little bit about him because he made a positive impact when he came into the game. When he came into the game in the second quarter, we kind of caught up, right? And he actually played good defense, which was shocking for me to see because the first time around that the Lakers had him, he was getting cooked. But I think it was because his body wasn't back yet. He looked like a poor man's Chris Paul at times. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm not even trying to overhype him, but he looked like a poor man's Chris Paul the way he was playing the pick and rolls and he was, controlling the tempo of the offense off the bench. I thought he was solid as heck. And then defensively, he was, poking at the ball. He got a couple of strips. He actually contested the ball. That was the highest jump I've seen from Isaiah Thomas in years when he contested one of the younger Timberwolves players in the second quarter. I was pleasantly surprised, and I was like, okay. But I doubt the Lakers are going to give him that opportunity because the Lakers are the type, they don't like to cut their ties with their dead weight. And Kent Bazemore is dead weight. Yes, he had a couple of shots tonight. He's still not good enough for me. So, and I understand he's small, and he might not fit this team because we need more wing size and versatility, and obviously another big one in Hurt. So I don't think he'll fit this team. But I wish him the best, and I hope he turned somebody's eye because I feel like he needs a roster spot. He's too good not to. And he looks the healthiest we've seen him in probably 4 or 5 years. So that's great news for him. I am happy for him individually from how disappointed I am from this Laker game. But outside of that, man, there was nothing else positive I can take from this game at all. This was one of the worst games of the season. I know we've said that a lot, but it only tells you how bad this season has been. Dan, it's sad that it's making me sick. Vogel's lineups are garbage. And it wasn't even all Frank Vogel's fault tonight, though. The effort on the players' part was really garbage as well, man. Like, I was not happy about the effort tonight at all. Like I said, anytime you get doubled up on the rebounds, come on, Paul. You got to stop with that. This man sent me a $4 cash app to say LeBron is no longer top 5. Come on, Paul. We know you're going to make the phone call in a little bit. I don't know if he'll get through or not, but LeBron is clearly top 5. He has one bad game, and everybody uses that as an opportunity to. But what is he doing before? We'd be lost without LeBron James, bottom line. You really should be attacking other players on the roster if you feel that way. He said, call Portland right now, straight up AD for Lillard. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to give into this recency bias stuff. By the way, have y'all been paying attention? Damian Lillard has struggled a little bit more this season. So maybe Father Time's going to start knocking on his door sooner than later. I'm not trading a 28-year-old for a 31-year-old Damian Lillard guard for center. Nah. I understand that you're concerned about AD, and I am just as concerned. But if I'm getting rid of Anthony Davis, I need the world and the stars and the moon because that's how much we gave up for him. I'm not, bro. Not straight up. That's a bad trade. You say, yeah, Lillard might knock on his door. He said, AD's looking 50 years old. Oh, my goodness. Now, I understand there's a lot of recency bias. I get that. But I want to look at the bigger picture, man. I understand AD is not playing anywhere near where he's supposed to be. And I hold him accountable. I'm not happy with him at all. But like I said, worst case scenario, if we trade him, I need more than Damian Lillard. Give me CJ and a big as well. I need this is a player you could actually build around if he stays healthy. So I'm not doing that. But I mean, it's your all opinion, man. I'm just reading the comments. He said, hey, my brother Dan, I'm ready to hear it. Hey, I don't pick and choose who gets through the lines, guys. I just answer the call. Whoever's there is there. So if he's there, he's there. But I already know what he's going to say. He always tends to blame LeBron for everything. But this is not even on LeBron. LeBron had one bad game, but we shouldn't be tugging on LeBron James' cape every single night. That's part of the problem right there. We're tugging on his cape, and then this man's going to get injured, and then what? Whose cape we going to tug on after that, right? So it's one of those things, man, that it's disappointing, guys, but LeBron's done all he could for this team as of right now. And actually, you hear the analysts and ESPN and everybody talking about how everybody else has to step up. They're right. They're right about that. Everybody else has to step up. Like, that's a big no-no, the fact that they're trying to depend so much on LeBron James at his age. Come on, man. Now, everybody just tweeted at me what Dave McMenamin said. I didn't look. It says the tweet was deleted by the author. So somebody please let me know in the comment section what he just said. I'm curious because I'd love to update Laker Nation. Hopefully it's not nothing bad about Anthony Davis. But anyways, guys, I'm about to open up the phone line right now. You guys know the number. If you don't, let me put it up on the screen so you guys can call in and give me your takes on the Lakers, man. Now, I'm going to try to keep it to a minute or less unless the call's really good and the fans want to keep hearing about it. But in general, I want to let more people come in and get into the phone lines. So let's take the first caller right now. What's up, man? You on live?
Hey, Dan.
Hey, where you calling in from, man?
LA.
LA? What's up, man? Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I'm the first caller of the
You are the first caller of the night. You're gonna have to speak up a little bit though, because you sound really low.
Okay. So I just came off of watching the game, and I don't know what to say. Like, Vogel's rotations are terrible, and how do you? And this is history repeats itself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, his rotations are terrible, man, but we can't do nothing about it. He's gonna be the coach. It looks like till the end of his contract, and so we have to deal with that. In my opinion, I feel like the front office should go out and get some more size.
Right.
Because that's the only. I think that's the only way that we can solve this. Like, if you throw a bunch of bigs at Frank Vogel, he's forced to play him. No excuses, right?
Right.
So that's just me, man. But I don't know. I don't know what else you got for me, man.
So, what's the strategy like for the Lakers? Because they got the Chicago Bulls coming up, and I don't know. Like, they're probably gonna have to start DJ, I guess. Like, what's your take on that? On that
Well,
future matchup?
well, thanks for the question, brother. Well, the strategy for the Lakers is simple, man. Just win. I mean, at this point, we can't really strategize missing half of the roster. However, we have to use the best combinations on the court that we have available. I thought tonight, for example, would have been a perfect time to use Jay Huff when AD went down, especially. He shows some nice size and promise. It's just coach is not afraid to get out of his comfort zone. He needs to for sure um, change things up a little bit. Like, he gave IT some playing time. He gave Shawnee Brown playing time. I understand why Jay Huff was an odd man out. I'm starting to think Frank is enamored by his small ball lineups, um, and that bothers me because it's not working, man. That's my biggest issue with him right now.
Yeah, like what's the record for like when he does the small ball lineup? Because it's like 0 and something. Like,
We've probably won one or two games all season long when he goes LeBron at center, but we've struggled every time he's on there. Man. But let's see, man. Let's see. Mm. Let's see what we do moving forward, man. Thanks so much for the call, brother.
yeah, I appreciate you, Dan. And I wanted to say Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Likewise, man. Right back at you, brother. Have a good one, all right?
You too.
All right. Let's take the next call right now, guys. Let's keep them short and sweet, just like that, straight to the point. Try to speak up though, and of course turn down the computer volume when you guys talk, because yeah, if I hear it on the background, I'm just gonna hang up and go to the next caller. But all right, phone number is 909-340-1463. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Hello.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, all right. Real quick, Dan, this is Tony, and I just want to say this, man. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it.
Go ahead, bro.
I think it's time to really blow this team up because the age. I think the age is really being a factor. Like, it's starting to show
Right.
more than ever. Like, you can tell, even with LeBron. I'm not saying LeBron can't, but LeBron needs more help than what the team is offering. I don't know who can we trade, and it's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see this team going nowhere. Like, I've been a Laker fan forever.
Right.
Like, I get excited about every season, no matter what it is. Even if it's in back in the days when we had Russell, Russell, and we had all these, young guys, and I used to get excited about, even those teams. But
Right,
this
right.
team, it doesn't do it for me. Like, and it's looking kind of bad, bro.
Well,
Really bad.
I agree with you on the sense that this has not been a fun team this year. They play fun like one out of every 3-4 games, right? Like, the last game before this one was fun. They were going toe to toe with the opposition, but we still played down to the opponents, right? We still struggled to beat a lesser team. So
Exactly.
so I do agree that something has to be done. Now, I'm not sure if blowing it up, if I can agree with that yet, because LeBron James is still playing prime basketball. If you're going to blow it up, you might as well trade him and give him an opportunity to keep winning, right?
Well, yeah, and that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we don't want this. I don't want LeBron to have to go through what Kobe had to go through his last few years. Even though Kobe got hurt and You know what I'm saying? And he had to step into a situation where that the team wasn't built around him.
Right.
So I just don't want us to do because think about it. The next couple of years, and I know we don't supposed to be thinking about the next couple of years, but if we're not thinking about the future, you know what I'm saying, it's going to hit us quick because this year is about to be over. LeBron contract is going to be over in the next couple of years. So LeBron basically got another 2 years. And I'm just using LeBron as an example because to be honest with you, I don't want to trade LeBron.
Right.
To be honest with you, I really don't want to trade LeBron at all. I don't want to trade LeBron or AD.
Right. No, I mean, listen, you make a fair point. You make a very fair point. We do have to think about the future. However, I feel like I've been a Laker fan. I'm right there with you, man. Over 20 years watching. I've been excited for the rebuild years. I've been excited for the championship years. Right. And, we just get excited because we want to see our team have a bright future, right? And we want to be good in the present. But you have to pick and choose what you want. Now, if the Lakers were to rebuild, they'd have to get rid of LeBron. And I think LeBron has a lifetime contract with the Lakers. He can retire when he wants. I don't think he'll ever get traded. That's number one. Yeah. Number two, this franchise has never been a team that rushes rebuilds. And sometimes it comes back to bite us because we'll have years like when we had Ryan Kelly and Robert Sacre, and we had no young talent. And, we struggled, and then we had to go through those lottery years, right? But the good news with the Lakers is we're still a primary landing destination. The way we treat our players for the most part, and I'm not talking necessarily the fans, I'm talking the franchise, is royalty, right? So other players see that. See, I feel like the contracts align to where when Russell Westbrook contract is up and LeBron's and Anthony Davis will be the only max contract left on our roster. I'm not even sure if THT's contract will still be on the books, but we're going to have plenty of cap space, bro. And that 2023 free agency have you looked at it? It has the holy grail of players, right?
So, wow, see, well, now by you telling me that, to be honest with you, I haven't even looked towards the 2023, 24 free agency.
Right.
I'm just looking at, to be honest with you, I'm just looking at the draft picks that we don't have.
But right.
I'm not worried about that because we always known for draft. We always known for drafting undrafted players and second round players. So I know we're going to be able to get some.
Yes, sir.
So, dude, you literally just calmed my nerves, brother. So I appreciate that.
You're good, man. Hey, I appreciate the call, man. It's always.
This is why you have a YouTube and I don't. You know what I'm saying? This is why you can sit up here and talk.
Nah, man. I listen. These people. Listen, I appreciate you, man. Let me tell you something. I myself sometimes I see the future and it looks murky, but then I remember who we are. Always got to remember who we are. As long as we got this golden name, we're gonna be a household franchise. So I never worry about. We don't have to take the route these rebuilding franchises have to take where we have to go ahead and get rid of players at the end of their career and recycle them for new ones, right? We don't do that.
Right.
But
and you're right. And history always repeats itself. I just get nervous.
No, I feel you, man.
And I always think what if history actually missed us this time?
Right.
I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the future is always unclear, right? Especially when you're losing. When you're losing,
exactly,
it seems a lot worse. But let me tell you something, man. And you already know this team will always recruit superstars. I think Jason Tatum next. I think Jason Tatum's going to be next in line. He might be the one to 1-2 punch with Anthony Davis in the future. Heck, we might get a third piece. But for now, I think we still in contention, bro.
I think Donovan Mitchell could be a guy too.
That he would be phenomenal. I love him.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a young D Wade, man. I love Donovan Mitchell.
Yes. I'm gonna let you go. I know you got a lot of callers.
No, you're good, bro. Go ahead.
Just AD. I mean, and this is what you was trying to say when you was talking about how AD doesn't look ready. When he got hurt in that game, it's like he's never, not necessarily aware. He don't know how to position himself. And you actually made a good point by saying that he just, sometimes he just throws his body.
Yeah.
I think he still don't know how to use his weight. There it is. That's what it is. I think he still don't know how to control his weight as a big man.
You know what it is when he was in high school, he was a point guard. So you gotta think he played a lot of his early career as a point guard. And I think mentally, because he's so gifted and so talented that he's versatile, I think mentally he never fully transitioned to become an elite big, like the way we want him to play, like a Karl Towns or a Joel Embiid, right? Who love to bang down low. So he never got that mental toughness as far as just getting big. Shaquille O'Neal in the paint. He don't have that in him, and he's never really been that type of player. If you look at his career, even with the Pelicans, he preferred the power forward position, and he preferred somebody like DeMarcus to play the bully role, and then he would come from the weak side and he would roam around. But this is where I'm really disappointed with the coaching staff, is that they're not playing him to where he feels comfortable, which is usually what you do to your stars. You give them star treatment. We're not giving them AD star treatment. We're saying play the center, and we don't care about your feelings. That's how players end up requesting trades. That's how players end up getting hurt, and they get disgruntled with the franchise.
That's a good point. And I'm going to say this last thing. Jay Huff, I think they need to play that guy because he's a more athlete. See, AD needs to be around athletic bigs, athletic bigs that can be able to run and that be able to really protect the paint. Dwight Howard is a good defender, but he's not athletic. JaVale McGee and AD was a perfect pairing because they both could run. They could run. They could take up the space and on the court.
Right.
So I think Jay Huff is a guy that hopefully Frank Vogel, because I was really paying attention to him in this game, even though he didn't do nothing, but I was paying attention to his movement and the way he how he moved from the perimeter to the paint. And that's the thing. We need our bigs to be able to be mobile. I'm gonna let you go, man. I know everybody's.
You made some great points, so I let it rock, man. You made some awesome points. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much, man.
God bless you, brother.
You too, brother.
God bless you, man.
You too, man.
Right.
Thank you. So, that was a great call. I let him rock. He made some great points. We get to change up the point of view a little bit, and he wants to blow it up. I understand his point of view because sometimes you're in the moment and you see all these young franchises out here, showing out and playing with a whole bunch of life, like the Timberwolves, and then you see us and we look like zombies, right? But we do have to be a little bit more patient. He made some great points, so I would like to see Jay Huff. He looks mobile, very versatile. I think he can be, a third option for us or a second option. Who knows? But I don't think Coach will do it. But we'll see. All right, moving on to the next caller. What's up, man? You on live? Oh, call dropped. My bad. All right, keep calling, guys. Keep calling. I missed a ton of calls, so go ahead and get them through now. What's up, man? You on live with Laker Nation? Yo. All right, next caller. What's up, man? You on live? Hello? Yeah, if you guys call, I'm going to hang up, guys. If you don't answer, I'm going to think it's a prank or something. So, hello? You on live? Hello? Hello? Say, if you don't do that, turn off your computers, whatever it takes, man. What's up, man? You on live?
Hey, what's up, Dan? I'm sorry, man, but this ain't gonna be a free call, man.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to rant a little bit.
Go ahead. Let's hear
I want to rant because, my heart hurts. I feel like the Lakers players don't they don't feel like I do, and they're just sitting at our name. They don't play with heart. They don't play with hustle. And today, I feel like this team was the most non-Laker team I've seen in a long time. And that says a lot. I get it, the Kobe days. Kobe was retiring. Nobody wanted to help him out, and he was on his way out. And the younger team, when we had the draft, we know that they were young. They weren't going to really, the best thing they could probably do is go to the playoffs. And, we went through hardship until we got AD, and we got a team, and we were doing good well. But I feel like this team really doesn't, play with heart. They don't really know that they're Lakers. They got to look at the jerseys and know that they're Lakers. They got to play with heart. They got to stop playing to the level of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's a problem with age. I think it's a problem with their mentality.
Right.
It's their mentality, man, because what happens is they can play off a good game with one of the top seeds in the NBA, and then they can play really, really bad with the low team.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's mentality. That's a mentality problem. That's not really an old problem. That's a mentality problem. And today they proved that it was.
So,
listen,
I agree with you as far as they're lacking heart at times. I think the one that's playing the hardest, and it's kind of sad to see, is LeBron James. I really think I don't think you can put LeBron in that category, to be honest. But everybody else, I agree. They look like transplants, right? They don't look like homegrown Lakers. at times, especially
exactly,
Anthony.
which is kind of sad.
Right.
It's kind of sad. Some of these guys were drafted by the Lakers. Some of these guys have been Lakers. So you think that they'll come in here and they'll represent the purple and gold?
Right. Yeah, man. Look, listen. We're in a different era now, unfortunately, man, and it takes a special type of player to really understand where he's at, because a lot of these guys are divas, man. They're coming in here for their brand primarily. They're coming in here to shoot commercials, and they want to be models, and they're doing different things. They got different interests, and you've heard the interviews. A lot of guys say they have nothing to prove, you know. And that's the tough part, man. It hurts.
I don't like hearing that. I don't
Right.
like hearing that at all.
No real Laker fan, especially the ones that have been here for years, like us, is gonna like hearing that, right? So it's disappointing for sure. But just know this: Rob Pelinka is a real Laker, man. Rob Pelinka's been here since the Kobe days,
true, yeah.
and he's not gonna sit around for it, man. If these guys come out here looking like this, then you can definitely expect somebody to get moved. You could definitely expect an exclamation mark instead of a comma. But I am just as curious as you guys to see when moves are going to be made and how moves are going to be made. It could be in the summer. Let's just say they're going to let the season rock and just to see what happens moving forward, right? It could be the summer that players get dealt if it doesn't work out, right? Maybe they're just giving them an opportunity, right? Go ahead.
I agree with you, Dan. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, go ahead.
I agree with you. Like, it definitely helps. Definitely trades will help, and new personnel will help, whether it's coaching staff or players. But I really think we can do it with this team. There's just got to be solutions. Like they gotta know how to work it out.
Right.
And I actually have some solutions. I believe that they really gotta, like, number one is Kent Bazemore needs to be locked up in a cellar. They need to lock him up, take away the key, and don't show the key to Frank Vogel, because no matter what, he'll put him in the starting lineup. And I think that was the biggest mistake today. Was that he went from, dude, this is how crazy it is. He went from 0 minutes to few minutes to the starting lineup, and he had no business being in the starting lineup.
Right. Well, I'll say this.
He got schooled.
Right. To be fair, today, I don't blame Frank for starting him today because he didn't have many options off the bench. Like we didn't have Wayne. I'm sorry, we didn't have THT. We didn't have Reeves. We didn't have Malik Monk. Who would you have preferred to start, Shandy Brown Jr. or Isaiah Thomas? Those were the only two other options tonight.
I probably would have had Shandy Brown and then have Wayne Allen to be the 3-and-D if it all the point.
But I will say this:
to be honest,
Frank is a very stubborn coach,
okay.
And I never expect him to start a two-way G League player. I'll say that. But I do agree with you.
Like if you
go ahead.
If you think about it, the Mavs, like the Mavs game, we're only like 2 down superstars. I know you can name we can name all these players that were down to COVID, but since the Mavs game, we've only been down 2 superstars, meaning the Lakers really have that much problems, so they can't replace 2 more. Like
right.
We were already down Malik Monk, we were already down THT, we were already down Dwight Howard. The only 2 down that were down since the Mavs game is I forgot who was down. All right, it's who was down? The Lakers down
for what game? I'm sorry.
Today.
Oh, today?
I think it was.
We didn't have THT.
I think it was Avery Bradley, right?
Yeah. We didn't have Avery Bradley, THT, Malik Monk, and Austin Reeves. All basically like 4 of our main rotation guards, and we didn't have Dwight Howard either.
I think we should still be able to take them out though. Right.
Well, like I said, the only other 2 options we had in rotation were Isaiah Thomas, who's I think a little too small for the matchup, at least to start, and then Shandy Brown Jr., who's inexperienced. So, but I do agree with you, man. I feel like coaching, this ain't it. I don't like this coach at all. I feel like he doesn't have the guts to try the things that need to be tried, and the things he shouldn't be trying, like the things he shouldn't be trying, like LeBron at center.
He can't really coach the team. He can't really get them energy. He can't really have them play one game to another game the same way.
Right.
All he does is, sit there and just yell at the referees. Like that. No, that's our job. Let us do that. You go yell at your team. You go motivate them. Don't try to yell at them. That's our job.
Right.
You just gotta go and coach you gotta go and coach your team. This is what I think needs to happen. They need I'm pretty sure they have like this board telling them what games they have and what team they face. Right. They probably have like some type of calendar or board or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They need to put on that board not the teams that they're actually going to face, but put teams like the hard ones. Like make sure that they see that's the Warriors the whole week.
Right.
Maybe they'll think that they're facing the Warriors and some mentality problem, and they'll play every game like they're facing a hard team. Because every time they're facing a low team, they stoop to their level. Like they gotta pretend that every team that they're facing is the top rank of the league.
Right. Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for the call, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, look, listen, caller, I don't think it's the fix is that easy. I mean, all year we've been plagued with injuries, different rotations, bad coaching rotations as well. I wish we could just trick the players into thinking every night it was Golden State, but these are older players. You really can't. It's hard to motivate these guys. If they don't show up, they won't show up, man. If it was younger players, I agree. You revoke their minutes or do whatever it takes to motivate them. But these are older players, man, and it's unfortunate we're coming out like this, but we got to deal with it one game at a time. What's up, man? You on live? Go ahead. Are you there?
Can't hear you, bro.
Are you there? Mic check. Lost the caller. What's up, man? You on live? All right, next caller, guys. I'm not with the foolery. If I can't answer, I gotta go to the next one. A lot of callers trying to get in. Here we go. What's up, man? You on live? Hello?
If I can't answer, I gotta go to the next one.
Somebody's messing around, so I'm just gonna hang up. Next caller. Hello? Hello?
Dan?
Hey, what's up, brother? You on live?
Oh yeah, check it. Yeah, reporting live in Jersey.
Jersey, okay. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Man, look, I just think it's the wings, man. Like we got to make a play for that Jeremy Grant. He's 6'6". He could play defense. He could facilitate a little bit. We don't have anybody to guard like swarming wings, like and tall wings at that. We don't even have even when we play zone, we can't even pick the ball from passing lanes and different things like that. It is a lack of effort. I don't want to blame everything on. I mean, it's a lot of blame. Even the basketball gods are mad at us. I mean, there's a lot of guys that's not supposed to be in Laker jerseys, but whatever. But
wait. Hold on. I can't let you glaze over that statement, man. You got to elaborate on that.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it is what it is. It's not. We can't get mad over spilled milk, but we got Carmelo in a jersey. We got Westbrook in a. I mean, these are almost forbidden players that aren't even supposed to be there. Because when you guys say I don't think they understand. What it's about, what the Laker tradition is about. This is piss posh. When we're watching basketball and we're watching these games out there, there's no way. We had 4 Hall of Famers. Rondo's one, 4 Hall of Famers playing. I don't know if Towns is a Hall of Famer yet. I don't know if that's safe to say, but I mean, come on, man. Edwards didn't play. If D'Angelo Russell was out there, we got out as you stated, we were doubled in rebound. This is a grease fire. So and to capitalize on what the other callers are saying going to the future, I don't want to just dump LeBron. But I do think we should trade AD. The guy doesn't go to the gym. He's not into fitness at all whatsoever. This is word from the NBA. He walks by the gym all the time. So he's kind of more of a skilled guy. I mean, Giannis went past him. When Giannis came in the league, we were all laughing at him. And AD came in the league, he was doing this. And Giannis just went straight past him. I mean, literally. And this ain't it. And then for the next 3-4 years, then what? What's after that? I think it's time to, just call it for what it is. LeBron needs to probably go back to point guard. We were successful when he was at the point guard, when he did his Magic Johnson impersonation.
Yeah.
We were a lot better.
Right.
And he could, and maybe
so,
the Russell.
So you agree with the caller that said we should rebuild, right? What would be something you're looking for, Anthony Davis? Just out of curiosity, I want to know.
I would say, the team we played tonight, the young guy. Well, he didn't play tonight, but I like that Edwards kid. He had 10 3-pointers the other night. He's a two-way player on both sides. He's like a super offensive Jimmy Butler to me. Think about the next 4 years, who's going to be the best players? Curry's going to be 38. Durant's going to be a little bit older. So, the new guards coming in, we got your Donovan Mitchells, your Devin Bookers of the world, your Aytons of the world.
But let's just say the Timberwolves not going to trade Ant-Man, right? Because they see the potential in him too. And I doubt they would want another big next to Karl Towns. Maybe they would. Who knows? But is that enough? Just one young promising player? Is that all you want for AD? Because you can get that.
Well, to build around, because we won't know what the league will look like in the next 2 or 3 years. But as far as like the guy, like we need a guy like when we got Shaq, we need a guy like we need a top player. Literally, I don't know.
Now let me ask you this: if we start the rebuild this year and do exactly what you said, we trade for Anthony Edwards. Where does that leave this Laker team this year? We just throwing away the year, or?
Well, for one, we'll have a primary scorer. I don't know what we'll trade. I mean, like I said, let's say we got him this year with the players we got. I think we'll have we'll have a guy that can actually keep the defense on their heels a little bit, keep them honest.
Because I like Anthony Edwards, but the only thing I'll tell you is, you get Anthony Edwards and LeBron James on the team together, yeah, they'll get buckets, but defense is our problem, man, and we're actually lacking size. So you do that, we're going to be really thin in the front court, and we're probably not even making the playoffs. You'll get a bunch of buckets from those two, but it'll look a lot like when we had Brandon Ingram with LeBron and all those young guys, where we didn't even make the playoffs, and we relied so much on LeBron. So that's not a trade that could benefit this roster moving forward, or even I don't think LeBron would sit right with that. He's gonna be like, whoa.
I was meaning for more for free agency towards like the future with that. Now, if we were to get a trade now for a trade this year, that's tricky. A lot of the guys are like locked up right now, and right now a lot of the teams are happy with their guys. I don't know if there's a trade that's significant enough for us to be better than Utah, Phoenix, or Golden State.
Well, a lot of people have said this. I don't know if you agree with them or not. This is a trade that you could probably have. Is you probably flip AD for Sabonis and Turner. Would you do that?
Yes, at this point, yes.
Okay. So now, to me, that's a little bit more realistic because, realistic is not a word. Realistic. That's a little more realistic because then what happens is you can still compete and you get maybe a little bit tougher in the paint, right? So if you had said something like that, then I probably would have said, I'll think about it, but I still need a couple first-round draft picks because Anthony Davis is a world-class talent, and neither of those two guys are changing the league by themselves. You know what I mean?
Right. So mind you, the best teams in the league have like I said, their defense on the perimeter, and they're in like I said, in tall, lanky wings. All our wings are like 6'3", 6'2".
Right.
Like they're like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", what have you. I think if we were a little bit taller, like when we won the championship year, we were a little bit taller. We can do, we were a lot better on the front lines as far as defense and all that, but we don't have any dogs. And mind you, even if we did want to trade, we don't have any draft, we don't have any draft picks to give off. So we're kind of caught.
Well, we can trade the 2017 pick from what I've heard. I've been reading online, and it looks like we can go way ahead, but we can't trade the 18 pick if we do that. But I think that's the last thing we need to do is include any more picks, right? Listen, for me to trade Anthony Davis, I'm not going to have recency bias. At the end of the day, he's still a champion. He's still averaging 20 plus points per game and 10 rebounds and 2 blocks. He's still an elite talent. I promise you, he goes somewhere else. If he can stay healthy, he becomes their number one option. A lot of fans are going to regret the trade unless you got a major haul in return. And so if I'm doing a trade with Indiana, it has to be something that blows my socks before I say yes. I'm talking Miles Turner, Sabonis, and Chris Duarte plus a first-round pick. You throw me something like that, I'm definitely considering it. I'll probably say yes. But
how about LeVert? How about Karis LeVert and maybe Sabonis?
Yes.
I want to win with the big. I said we need a wing and a big. If we get too big, probably fall up the lane for LeBron to operate. But if you give me Karis LeVert in either the two, Turner or Sabonis, hey, we're talking business here. We're in there.
But personally, this is besides the trade talks. And thanks so much for the call, brother. For me, I'm keeping Anthony Davis. I feel like he's going to get out of this funk as long as he comes back healthy. And I feel like it's going to pay off to hold on to him. That's just me, though. My gut rarely fails me, man. I'll tell you that. And my gut says he's going to turn into a top 3 player in this league again at some point. And so, like I said, the only way I'm trading him, you got to blow my socks off with a trade. Just the same way we basically gave him the stars and the moon to New Orleans, right? But
yes,
but we still ended up with the best player because we're the only ones with a championship. New Orleans, they'd already lost Lonzo. Josh Hart ain't nothing more than a role player as we knew he would be. And Brandon Ingram is a nice little all-star, but he's not a game-changing all-star. If not, the Pelicans will be better off, right? So I still think we won that trade, and we have to continue to win trades moving forward, which means we shouldn't just go and I know there's recency bias on the way Anthony Davis is playing right now, but you don't want to just offer him for like a young player like Anthony Edwards because yes, he can. I think Anthony Edwards has a bright future, just like Zach LaVine, right? But I'm not sure if it's enough to move my needle. But that's just me, bro. Any final thoughts?
Oh yeah, well I would say for Edwards that would be for the next 2 years. But as long as I think the final thought is we got to get AD in the gym. The guy, if he has not to get big, but if he gets some core trying, I think he can temper off the injuries a little bit. But thanks for taking my call, Dan. It was a pleasure, and you have a great night. Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the call, man. You too. All right. So I mean, great call. Listen, I'm not opposed to making blockbuster trades. I'm with it, but it has to come and really move the needle and make us not only contenders for the future, but contenders for now. That's just the way I feel. Other than that, don't talk to me about AD. You call offering something simple for AD, I'm hanging up immediately. So yeah, there's no recency bias here. You got to look at his overall value. Forget about the injuries, forget about his recent play, and look at his body of work. He's a much better player than people are selling him off to be. So all right, let's take another call right now. What's up, man? You on live? Oh, hold up. Go ahead. Repeat yourself.
My brother Dan, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? They've been waiting for you in the chat.
I know. You know what I'm gonna say, Dan? What I'm gonna say?
You're gonna say that LeBron. You're gonna blasphemously say LeBron is not a top 5 player.
LeBron is no longer a top 5. Is the proven, Dan. But listen, Dan. I don't want to spend the night on bashing LeBron because I think my point was proven. I want to say this to Laker Nation.
No.
We need to make major trades, guys. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I'll get to your point right now, but your point hasn't been proven, man. How has your point been proven? LeBron has been playing out of his mind the last 9 games before tonight.
Well, Dad, when I look at the record, it doesn't tell me that. Dad, we cannot struggle to a team without Anthony Edwards. That's
okay. That's fair for tonight. Okay, but if a superstar struggles for the night and loses to a team he shouldn't be, do you knock him off for your top 5?
No, it's not for the night. I'm looking at the trend, Dad. I'm looking at the team record, and I'm looking who we play.
Bro, without LeBron James, we would be 10 games below 500 right now. Without LeBron James, I promise. I'm sure. I'm 110% positive. Look at the stats.
Dad, we can only go off the record right now. Right now, we suck, and you know that.
Right. Well, no. Now that's not on LeBron James. Now he's given it all he can at 36 years old. Go ahead.
Okay, Dad. Let me break down this game because I really didn't want to bash LeBron tonight.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Look at the game. LeBron had a horrible game, right? He was playing Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt got 17 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
On LeBron watch, 17 rebounds, Dad.
The whole team didn't box out at night, bro. The whole team didn't box out at night. I mean, what do you have to say about Anthony Davis? Right.
No, he was out of the game. Anthony Davis got injured. I'm not going to say nothing bad. 2 people tonight I don't want to bash is Anthony Davis and Frank Vogel. They did what they had to do.
What? Wait. What?
This game is about LeBron. LeBron leadership was poor. He keeps shooting threes. He can't even drive to the basket. No,
LeBron had an off night. But did you see Anthony Davis getting cooked by Carlton? Were we watching the same game, bro? Come on. Come on, brother.
Dad, I know. This is why I want to say about the trade. I understand. I already told you. Anthony Davis is not in my top 10. So I'm not surprised. You understand?
Okay, go ahead.
But Dad, this is why I want to say to Laker Nation. Because I know they want to hear my voice. They know. But Dad, I want to say something too, Dad.
Go ahead.
Me and you, whenever you got time, we should do a podcast. Because I think ESPN is stealing our ideas. There's a lot of top 5 talk about LeBron on ESPN, on Fox. I don't know if you hear about that stuff. I think they listen to your streaming, your stream, and they steal your ideas, Dad. Did you notice that?
Listen, I know a lot of things about ESPN, but I won't talk down on them because some of our colleagues, work there. So
all conversation, I see a lot of same talk that we talk here.
Right.
I hear a lot of that on TV. I'm like, whoa, I wonder if they listen to that.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. But you know what? I won't take credit, man. ESPN is always going to touch on everything, so I won't take credit for that. Go ahead.
Okay, Dad, this is what I want to say to Laker Nation. Okay, I know they want to hear my voice, Dad. I have to go to the strip club later on, so I'm not going to be too long tonight. Dad,
oh, my God, bro. You are something else. Go ahead.
The Laker Nation got to do this.
we have to realize, I'm going to say it one more time, LeBron is no longer top 5. Anthony Davis is no longer top 10. So we got to make major trades. This is the first trade I propose to Laker Nation. I want your callers to listen and listen well. Like I said before, we have to pick up the phone. Call Minnesota. I'm going to say it one more time. We're going to give them Russell Westbrook. We're going to give them Anthony Davis. 4, Carl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and Patrick Beverly, who, by the way, got 9 rebounds tonight.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Listen, Patrick Beverly has one good game a year, and he so happens to have it versus the Lakers, and you're sold on him, but LeBron has one bad game a year, and you knock him out of your top 5. The bias, man. Come on, bro.
I'm not biased, Dad. I'm a Laker fan, Dad. I'm sold on Patrick Beverly effort. I'm not sold on his talent. I'm sold on his effort. Okay, this is the first place scenario, Dad. So, Laker Nation, I want you guys to listen to me clearly. Because I'm pretty sure people listen to Dad and they're going to steal our ideas. Dad, listen to this trade scenario. But now, this second trade scenario, if Kendrick Nunn, this is only, I will do it only if Kendrick Nunn confirmed that he's healthy. If Kendrick Nunn is healthy, this is the second trade scenario. Listen well, Dad. Listen well.
Okay.
If Kendrick Nunn is healthy, this is the second trade scenario. I'm going to call Portland, right?
Right.
So, the Lakers will give Russell Westbrook and THT, right? To Portland.
Right.
Now, from Portland, we will get CJ McCollum, Robert Covington, and Nurkic. I look at the money match. Because something your callers don't do, they don't know how trade works. The money got to match too.
Right, but you do know that CJ McCollum's currently out with a really bad injury, right? He had his lung collapse.
I'm saying if he's healthy. What I'm saying is this: if he's healthy, and if Kendrick Nunn is healthy too, because the reason why I keep saying if Kendrick Nunn is healthy, because if we give away Russ, that's the main point guard. So we're gonna have to have a point guard, which is gonna be Kendrick Nunn now. So we move back LeBron to the point guard. Kendrick Nunn becomes the backup, but Kendrick Nunn has to be healthy for that second trade, and CJ McCollum as well. So that's the second trade I'm offering, and because you know why I'm giving away THT, because we can build our youth through HBK and Malik Monk.
Yeah.
And Malik Monk. So I'll give away THT, and then Kendrick Nunn will still be there. He will still be a young player. So I will do that second because I know they're not going to trade AD.
Right.
Bad as they're not going to. AD is going to be in LA. They're not going to trade.
Okay. All right, man. Well, hey, we heard your trade. We heard your trade call, man. It's interesting to say the least. I'm not gonna sit here and trash you for it's your ideas, right?
Dan, I want to ask you this. Dan, I want to ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
I want you to tell on the phone to your callers what are your top 5 players in the league right now. I want everybody to hear your top 5 right now.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, brother. I'm definitely gonna ask them. That'll be the last thing I ask them. All right. But thank you so much for the call.
What's your top 5? What's your top 5, Dan?
My top 5?
Yeah.
I think since Giannis won the championship, you got to put him number 1 right now. I think so. I have LeBron number 2 though. Just
cool.
the way he impacts the whole game and everything. I have him number 2 until he takes the throne back, and then he'll be number 1 again. And then I gotta put Steph Curry probably. No, I'll put KD there. I'll put KD 3. Then I'll put Steph Curry 4. And then 5th, I mean, who's balling right now? There's so many players that are balling. I probably have to give it to, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, take your pick with number 5. Take your pick with number 5. No, I'm not putting Embiid. He's never healthy enough.
What about Jokic?
I might put Jokic. I might put Jokic. Yeah, he's having a great season again.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. And that one last thing. I know I'm out of here. Dad.
All right.
I want to tell this to your callers.
Okay.
We do not, as Laker Nation, we do not want Ben Simmons. Do not trade for Ben Simmons.
Hey, listen, man. This is your sentiment. Some might agree, some will disagree. But thanks so much for the call, man. Always entertaining. I'll let you go to the strip club now, man.
You know that I gotta make it rain, Dad. You know that my brother's getting married tomorrow, so we gotta make it rain tonight.
All right, congratulations, brother. Have fun, man. Be safe. Be safe. COVID. Be safe, man. All right, bro.
You take care, bro.
You too, brother. Well, this guy is super interesting. By the way, thank you so much The homegirl dropping 100-piece just like that. Oh my goodness. I can never be thankful enough. She said to shut him up. Listen, this guy, he annoys some people, but I find him interesting. I mean, my man just said he's about to head out to the strip club right now. And he wants to start a podcast with me. I think he's hilarious. The funny thing is, though, I like how he kind of delivers his lines as if they were facts. They're not all facts. They're his opinion. And I respect it, but I disagree with most of them. But he's interesting. A lot of you guys like him. Some people don't. That's fine. I enjoyed the call, man. And thanks so much for a donation to my sister from another Mr. Man. Tara, I appreciate it so much. God bless you times a billion. But I'm having fun tonight, even though we lost. And it's partly due to callers like that, because I think it's kind of interesting. You know, we go back and forth, and it's hilarious in my opinion. But let's take another call now, man. I had to just get that off my chest. Now, before I do that, I disagree with the fact that he doesn't think LeBron is top 5 based on this game tonight. LeBron had a bad game. Every superstar in the NBA has off nights. It's just nobody's perfect, right? Now, as far as he mentioned Anthony Davis not being a top 5 right now, he doesn't look like it, but I still think he has top 3 talent. I think he has top 4 talent at least, top 5 talent at least. But yeah, he's not a top 5 player this season the way he's playing, for sure. I mean, we can't even question that. We got to be realistic. As much as I love him, I got to keep it $150. Now let's take the next call right now. What's up, man? You on live? Hello? Okay, let's take the next call then. What's up, man? You on live?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. What's up, brother? Where you calling in from?
What's up, man? You on live? Hello?
Yep. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just mad.
Turn down your computer a little bit, brother, because I can hear my echo in the background.
Oh, come on, my bad.
No, you're good. You good?
You know, I'm just mad, man. I'm just disappointed. I'm pissed.
Right.
I'm speechless because, you know, AD is 28 years old.
Right.
He's supposed to be in his prime, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be a top 5 or top 10 player in the league.
Right.
And, you know, he's averaging 24 points, which is, you know, great, but he just, the way he's scoring those 24 points is I don't know.
It's kind of like you kind of don't feel his impact in the game, right? That's what you're trying to say. Like there's 24 points a game, but you would almost never have guessed it if you don't look at the box score, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
gets in the line too much. That too.
Right. No, I understand, man. Anthony Davis has been the biggest disappointment this season, I think, in the NBA, in my opinion, because we expected so much from him, and you know, we're not getting, I don't think, half of what everybody expected from him at the moment. But right now, man, I'm not even concerned about his production. I'm more concerned about his injury.
What injury too? AD's not the problem too. I mean, it's the team too. They have no heart, man, and you know they're older guys too.
Right.
Which, you know, I don't know, and you know.
I mean, listen.
Not stepping up, man. Role players, I don't know, man. But you know,
it's disappointing, my guy. But you know what? We got to take it one game at a time, because this team actually has a lot of talent. They just haven't been able to put it together. They haven't been able to put it together. And I feel like if Anthony Davis stays healthy and they can play the right rotations and they can buy in on both ends of the floor, because we've seen it in spurts, then this team could be a very interesting team, to say the least. Right. Now, I've lowered my expectations, man, because we're 30 games into the season and we're 2 games over 500. Right. That's not where we're supposed to be at all. And the West is tough. So if we end up in the bottom, one of the bottom seeds, it could be an early exit out of the playoffs again, man. Especially if we don't get it right on time. Right. But
yeah,
I'm not all the way done with this team yet. A lot depends on how Anthony Davis comes back and how soon he comes back. But I understand. Go ahead.
Just like last year too, you know, we had this, you know, we had a lot of talent last year, you know, just because of, you know, injuries, you know.
Right. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, I understand your pain, man. A lot of Laker Nation isn't happy, nor should they be, because we're so used to greatness, especially around this time of the year. around December is when you kind of start seeing the identity of the team. And unfortunately, we haven't stayed healthy or consistent enough for us to really give us, like, we don't know what type of team's going to show up on a nightly basis, right? So,
Yeah.
so man, but man, you're absolutely right, man. Let's hope that they could turn things around. Any final words for Laker Nation, bro?
Yeah. You know, do you think the Lakers will, trade AD or Russell Westbrook, at any time, or
Well, to answer your question, and thanks so much for the call, brother. To answer your question, I feel like the Lakers can make a trade, but the right trade has to come along. Now, AD, I think we hold on to him at least for the rest of the season. Maybe in the summer something transpires. People are disgruntled. Depends on how he feels as well. Maybe we'll have that conversation. But in general, Russell Westbrook has a higher chance of being dealt, even though there's not a big market for him. And it's actually for players that people really don't like. Like, I think Kyrie for Russ can be realistic. I think if we throw in a couple draft picks or we involve another team, maybe Ben Simmons can be realistic. Depends on what they get. But it's not likely that either of the big three move this season at least. But if it happens, man, as long as it improves the roster, I'm here for it, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say this last thing too, but
Go ahead.
I think we also messed up in this trade too, because we have Kendrick Nunn. I know he's not healthy, but he can play the point guard. If we didn't trade Russell Westbrook, we could have DeMar Rosen. He's not balling right now, but he's balling.
Yeah.
We could have Alex Caruso too.
Mhm.
We lost a lot of defense. He's playing good defense. And we could have Kuzma, as I think, if you think about it, Kuzma too.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's just the thing. This Laker team, this Laker city has so much expectations year in and year out that if you don't show up that year, you're gonna get traded. And as much as I loved Kyle Kuzma, he didn't show up in the playoffs at all. Neither did Dennis Schroeder. None of these guys. That's why they got moved.
No.
So
I knew Kuzma was gonna get traded. This year.
Yeah,
I knew it, but yeah.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for the call, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, man.
You too, brother. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So, look, listen, guys. I'm not opposed to any moves happening, and I expect something minor at least. I don't expect anything huge. Like a lot of people think Russ is going to get dealt. I don't know. I think it has to be a special situation for that to happen. Not a lot of people are trying to add 40 million on their books. It has to be somebody who thinks he's the missing piece. And I really don't see too many teams out there thinking Russell is a missing piece, right? Which is the reason we were able to get him, and it didn't cost us an arm and a leg. We didn't have to give up THT and or Austin Reeves and players like that, even though we didn't have him at the time. But just say, hypothetically speaking, he's a star that didn't have an overvalue. We basically gave up players that the Lakers didn't want anymore. Kyle Kuzma was a trade waiting to happen. The fans were already tired of him, and the front office didn't get the consistency they were expecting, even though he didn't get a consistent role. And then KCP was another one that I think his best stint was already in the bubble. Montrezl Harrell, the coach didn't even play him. So these were all, we gave up pieces that the Lakers really didn't want for Russell Westbrook. So it wasn't like they gave up the stars and the moon for the star, and then now we're like regretting it, right? It was kind of like a swing for the fences because we didn't have enough scoring in the last playoffs type of deal. And we did that. That's why I was able to predict it like a month ahead. I was like, I think Russell Westbrook's a realistic name. Now, I'll tell you guys this right now, and I tend to be on point on these things. Now, my homegirl, who just donated $100, shout out to her, man, my sister, she has predicted Ben Simmons for Russ. I'd love that personally because we get younger with, quick. Like somebody said, who was it? It was that caller, that one guy, Paul. He said, Ben Simmons, stay away from the Lakers. Actually, I would love a player like Ben Simmons because we don't need scoring on this team. We need defense. We need better taking care of the ball. We need size from the wing position. He brings all of that. Also, Jeremy Grant. Another caller said Jeremy Grant. Shout out to him. That's another name to keep a close eye on. If there's a possibility of acquiring a big name, I think those are the names you should look at. Maybe Kyrie. I doubt it. But in general, guys, for us to make a trade like that, it has to be the perfect scenario. And I don't see too many perfect scenarios out there. Maybe one or two. And we got to get lucky. Now, in the offseason is more realistic because you can sit back and see whether we achieved or we underachieved. You can kind of analyze the team better once the season has passed on. And even then, I expect Frank Vogel to maybe get fired or or whether they keep him or fire him, I think it'll happen in the offseason. I don't expect him to get fired now. Like, he's literally done everything wrong to get fired, and he's still on the team. So that tells me that the team wants to give him up until the end of the season due to the injuries. And that's unfortunate, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Now, AD is the bigger question mark. We don't know even if he's going to be healthy or if he's even going to come back anytime soon. So knock on wood, man, hope for the best, Laker Nation. I want my boy AD to get healthy. If he's not healthy, I have a problem because now the expectations dip, right? I don't expect Russell Westbrook and LeBron to get us to the finals. I just don't. It's not realistic, right? It's not realistic at all. You need a big – we're already struggling even with AD. You know, imagine with no Anthony Davis. Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to know. The worst part is we don't have a draft pick this year, and our pick is going to the Pelicans, which means all we're trying to do is avoid the lottery because the last thing I want is for them to get a top pick with our name on it, right? That's it. So that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we make the playoffs and we make a deep run and hopefully win the championship. But that right now seems a little far-fetched the way the season's been going, realistically speaking. Now, if they make a tweak or if Trevor Ariza comes back and he makes a huge difference, then that'll be great for Laker Nation, right? If Kendrick Nunn comes in and he becomes that bucket getter, kind of like what Isaiah Thomas did for us, but except with defense, that'll be awesome, you know? But I still think we're one big short of being a real contender. If Tristan Thompson gets bought out, I like him a lot. Players like that would be awesome that you can get off the buyout market and cut your ties with like a Kent Bazemore or a Frank Vogel. I'm going to read a couple more comments, but I'm about to get off, guys. We're well into the hour already, man. Very entertaining segment here. I love Phone Call Fridays. I get to interact with y'all, man. I get to go back and forth with the comments as well. So I won't be taking no more calls for the night. But if I missed your call or anything, you could always drop a message. You could always drop a text. And, you know, on my free time, sometimes I'll go through the app and I look at these old texts. This is not my real number, but this is an app that I use, right, for this specific segment. But I still, you know, if you guys have been calling for a while trying to get through, I might give you the call back at some point this week or maybe even hold your number till next Friday and hope that you guys get through. But I'll read a couple comments. My boy Mama Mentality, thanks for the donation, bro. He said, I'll keep AD only if he proves to us that he can be dominant again and he still has the fire in him. If that is gone, then we can start the trade talks. I do agree with that. He does have to prove that. I know he said he had nothing to prove, but he has to prove that if he comes back healthy this season. And if not, we'll see, man. We will see moving forward. But look, bottom line is this team has a long ways to go for us to become the contender we wanted to see to start the year. Enrique, I appreciate you, brother. He said, as long as we make the playoffs, we have a chance, Dan. We just want the role players to get in rhythm and get healthy, and we'll be good. Well, I do agree with you, Enrique, that if we're healthy and we make the playoffs, AD, LeBron, and everybody, we have a chance, but we still have to make a minor tweak, in my opinion. I still think we're lacking size. The last thing you want to see in the playoffs is LeBron at center. Like, if we keep dragging him at the center position, the wear and tear is just going to break him down, and eventually we're going to lose him at some point to an injury. Trust me, even though he looked like Superman, he's not Superman. So we have to take care of him even more. He's a December baby just like me, just like my homegirl Tara. And he's about to be 37. And the Lakers are throwing him into the blender at the center position. We can't have that, guys, at all, you know. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tough loss tonight, but you guys always cheer me up. Man, this was a very entertaining, you know. I'm going to have to maybe add another day of these Phone Call Fridays, man. Maybe Phone Call Wednesdays or Tuesdays. I don't know. But y'all leave a comment in the chat. Tell me what y'all think of the idea. It's very entertaining, man. I have fun interacting with y'all, especially that Paul guy who calls every Friday, man. I don't know how he gets in. Literally have hundreds of missed calls, but somehow he gets in. Maybe he's persistent, whatever the case may be. But thank you guys again for everything. I'll see you guys. You know, as soon as we hear something about Anthony Davis, I'll probably drop a breaking news video. So hopefully it's nothing negative. Hopefully it's something positive. If it's something positive, then it can wait. But if it's negative, I'm going to have to come and talk about the adjustments and all that. Let's hope for the best, guys. Let's hope for the best. All right, guys, have a great night. Much